So, my name is Lisbeth. I'm Estonian. I have lived in Estonia my whole life. I studied university this year, but my international life started actually already 3 years ago when I started high school. And I was 16 at the time. I met Rahul because of ESN Tartu, which we both were volunteers at.
Hello, my name is Rahul. I'm from India. Currently, I'm living in Tartu. I studied my master's in the University of Tartu and now I'm working in Tartu for Finnair as a business analyst.
At first, 3 years ago, when I went to my first Erasmus project, it was really difficult because in primary school in Estonia, the English classes, like for some people they're easy, but for me as a person who needs to practice things a lot before they can like take it for their own or like be good at those, and I gained some confidence. And since then, I have been more and more projects and ESN and more international stuff. So that's why it's more confident, more easier for me now. But at first, it was really difficult, mainly because of the lack of my confidence and worrying about my English language.
I think it was pretty easy. When I came here, I didn't expect a lot of things, so I came here with an open mind. I think what really helped me was being in a university since I studied my master's and then I started organizing events. I joined organizations, local organizations like ESN, and also at the university there was international student ambassadors. So I think that helped me to kind of assimilate in the local environment. Then I could also meet people who are from here, from Estonia. Also, I also participated in hackathons and startup events, and where you would meet people from other places and as well as Estonia.
I think most of as I am Estonian my whole life before Erasmus and international projects, everybody was Estonian, so they had their own personal space, and I was used to that. And I was used to be one of the people who was like too much all the time, because I'm extrovert about Estonian, a little bit too extrovert human. So it was always difficult for me to be with like Estonians, and I was like all over the place because I was talking a lot and like showing my emotions, which is not very popular in Estonians. But when I started to going to international projects, it was actually really comfortable for me, and I felt like it's the place I belong to because I can be myself. So yeah, it was really easy. But like difficulties, I don't remember. Mainly it was the language, but besides that, no, I don't remember anything.
Well, India is quite big. Estonia is quite small, and India has a lot of people, whereas Estonia does not. It was a bit different for me. I think the silence is something that is a bit different, because in India it's quite hard. Like, I live in a city, and in city life it's quite hard to find total silence. It's very peaceful here, but I think everything has its own charm. I think second difference is just the darkness. I would say in the winters it's not the cold that bothers a lot, but just the darkness. Sometimes I think it's November to December. Other cultural things that can matter is are the food. I'm a vegetarian, so I can make my own food. But here in Estonia, there's now a lot of vegan places to eat, but other than that, the local food is just meat, so which is a bit.
Actually, it changed quite a lot, because before my international experiences, I had only Estonian friends, and they didn't like how I was all the time, like everywhere I was all the time talking and so on. And after my first and second Erasmus project, I got a lot of like disrespect because I was all the time talking about my projects, and I kind of felt like no one understands what I have been through because of the projects, because for me they were like kind of life-changing. And then I realized that I'm with wrong people, and like I don't have any of the same friends as I had 3 years ago, because my whole like environment of people have changed strategy, like just changed. So I don't have anything of my friends from that time. I have like everybody is new, and I feel like it was one of the best decisions in my life, because I can be myself with the people I'm interacting today, and they're like making me to go full of myself and do what I love, and they're supporting me. And in general, it was the best decision, and it has had so many good results. So yeah, that's it.
I think social life doesn't really depend on where you are located, which country you are in, but it's dedicated by person to person. If I am a very social person, I will find some ways to interact with other people. As I said, at the university, I was helping a lot of people organize many events, so that gave me more networking opportunities, and then I was able to network more. So yeah, thank you.